Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news. Now, Ravens fans, buckle up because what's happening right now might be one of the most exciting developments we've seen in recent seasons. The NFL landscape is always shifting, but lately, the whispers from league sources, including some well-respected insiders like Diana Rossini, suggest that there's a significant move brewing that could reshape the AFC North and potentially set the Ravens up for a renewed Super Bowl push. And trust me, this isn't just speculation. There's real substance behind these rumors. The Baltimore Ravens, despite their 1-5 record, are quietly making strategic moves behind the scenes. They're already planning ahead, looking to reinforce their roster, especially on defense, which has faced some challenges this season. The key piece of this puzzle? A potential trade involving Xavier McKinney, the talented safety from the New York Giants, who's now being eyed by the Green Bay Packers as part of a broader plan to rebuild and retool for the future. Let's take a step back for a moment and analyze the bigger picture. The Packers, currently sitting at 3-4 with a secondary that's been allowing an average of 25 points per game, are in desperate need of reinforcements. Their secondary has been leaky, giving up big plays and struggling to contain passing attacks. Their defense, especially in the secondary, has been a vulnerable spot, and they're actively looking to fix that. The idea. They're considering a trade that would send a third-round pick in the 2025 draft to the Giants in exchange for Xavier McKinney. This move would give Green Bay a much-needed boost in their backfield, a player who's shown flashes of being a true ball hawk. Now, this isn't just about patching a secondary, it's about a rebuild. The Packers are also looking to free up around $15 million in cap space, which they plan to use to extend some of their key offensive linemen, like Myers, and to add more weapons or depth at wide receiver or other positions. Meanwhile, the Ravens, despite their tough start to the season, are in a position to capitalize on this situation. With around $14 million in cap space remaining, Baltimore's front office is keenly aware of the need to bolster their secondary, which has been allowing approximately 220 passing yards a game. That's a significant figure in today's pass-heavy NFL, and it's clear that the Ravens are looking for ways to improve their coverage units. Enter Xavier McKinney. This guy is a game changer. Remember, he was an All-Pro at Alabama in 2020, and he's proven to be one of the league's most reliable deep coverage safeties. His career stats are impressive: 350 tackles, 9 sacks, 12 interceptions, and a PFF grade of 92. One for deep coverage. That's elite-level production. His ability to read the game, anticipate routes, and make game-changing plays is exactly what the Ravens need to elevate their defense, especially considering that their secondary has been somewhat limited in depth, with only a few reliable options at cornerback and safety. So, why would the Ravens be interested in a trade like this? Well, McKinney's presence could be a total game-changer. His instinctive play style and ball-hawking ability could help turn the tide in Baltimore's favor, especially against high-powered offenses like the Bengals or even in the playoffs. His ability to generate turnovers, with 3 interceptions projected for 2025, along with 8 pass deflections, would give Baltimore a significant boost in creating extra possessions. And when you look at the impact he's had on teams like the Steelers, especially after a trade that boosted their pass defense significantly, it's clear that a player like McKinney can be a difference maker. His coverage grades, passer rating allowed of just 56.4, and EPA per pass of -0. 25 all point to a player who can elevate the entire secondary. Now, the trade's potential timing and specifics are still up in the air, but the strategic implications are huge. The Packers are motivated by cap constraints, as they project to have around $8 million in cap space for 2026, and they're looking to add playmakers, especially at wide receiver, after allowing an average of 210 passing yards per game. Their plan is to acquire assets that could help them draft an edge rusher, potentially a top 10 pick, while avoiding committing heavily to McKinney's $15 million annual extension just yet. It's a smart move. They're planning for the future, and this trade could be part of a bigger rebuild. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, this move could be transformative. Imagine a defense with McKinney and Kyle Hamilton working together, both capable of covering deep, making plays on the ball, and forcing turnovers. McKinney's addition has the potential to increase their EPA by a striking 20%, projecting an additional 6 interceptions and a coverage grade boost of 16%. His tandem with Hamilton, who's already been excellent with an 88 PFF grade, would create a formidable safety duo capable of shutting down top offenses. It would also improve their pass deflections by around 15%, reduce deep touchdowns from 10 to 6, and lower opponents' yards after catch from 4.8 to about 3.5 yards. This kind of defensive upgrade could turn the Ravens from a team that's been struggling to a serious playoff contender. And let's not forget the impact this could have on the entire team. By strengthening the secondary, Baltimore can generate more turnovers, create extra possessions, and put their offense in better positions to score. Lamar Jackson, who's expected to return in Week 9 after dealing with a hamstring injury, would benefit immensely from a secondary that can keep receivers in front of them and force mistakes. With Lamar's mobility and creative playmaking, having a secondary that's more reliable could unlock even more big plays. Plus, the Ravens' offense has been impressively efficient when Lamar is at his best, with Flowers and Edwards making explosive plays, but the defense needs to complement that. Looking ahead, all signs point to this move potentially elevating Baltimore's chances in the postseason. The odds for the Ravens to win the Super Bowl are currently around plus 10-0, but if this trade goes through and they make the right adjustments, those odds could shift dramatically, possibly to plus 5-0 or better. Especially with a player like McKinney, who's proven himself in high-pressure situations, there's a real shot at the Ravens making a deep playoff run. His ability to increase the probability of creating turnovers in cold-weather playoff games, like those in January, makes him an X-factor in their championship aspirations. The Ravens have long been known for their tough, physical style of play, and adding a player of McKinney's caliber fits perfectly into that identity. It's a move that could be a catalyst for a resurgence, bringing back that Purple Rain vibe with a modern, dynamic twist. Now imagine how this move echoes the success they had with other recent additions, like how adding Simmons to the Broncos added 120 stops to their defense. McKinney's deep coverage skills could fill a void in Baltimore's secondary, especially since they've been allowing too many big plays and yards after catch. His profile, with a 4.59 40-yard dash, shows he's got the speed and instincts to be a true playmaker on the field. The trade, if executed, would not only improve their defense but also send a clear message. The Ravens are serious about contending, about taking that next step, and about building a roster that can compete with the best in the league. This is where the vision turns into reality. The Ravens are already investing without much strain on their cap, and a move like this could be the spark they need. It's about taking calculated risks, about making bold moves to elevate the team's competitive edge. And if they get it right, they could be looking at a defense that's top 10 in the league, capable of shutting down even the most potent offenses. This kind of strategic thinking, combined with Lamar's explosiveness and the talent of Flowers and Edwards, creates a potent recipe for success. The AFC North, already fiercely competitive, might see a new power emerge in Baltimore, one that's ready to challenge the established favorites and make some serious noise in the playoffs. Looking further into the future, Baltimore's odds for a Super Bowl appearance could improve significantly. Right now, the betting markets have them at plus 10-0, but with this potential upgrade on defense, those odds could tighten to plus 5-0 or even better. In the playoffs, especially in cold weather and high-stakes situations, a team with a secondary like McKinney's can be a game-changer. His ability to read the quarterback, anticipate routes, and make plays on the ball could turn close games into victories. It's a move that's about more than just a player. It's about the philosophy of winning, about building a team that's resilient, aggressive, and ready for the postseason grind. The Ravens, with their rich history of defensive dominance, could be on the verge of reigniting that legacy with this kind of strategic acquisition. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think this trade will happen? How do you see Xavier McKinney fitting into the team's defensive scheme? Are you excited about the potential of this move to propel Baltimore back into serious Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens, and I'm eager to see what you think about this bold, potentially game-changing move. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest news about the Baltimore Ravens. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep supporting your team. The best is yet to come, and with moves like these, the Ravens are positioning themselves for a bright future. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the conversation going.